Before the lights, before the applause, there's a tradition, courage, and a sisterhood. In the heart of our culture rides a powerful tradition, one passed down through generations, stitched into every ribbon and echoed in every gallop. This is the story of Quetzali, an Escaramuza team where heritage meets strength, and where young women ride not just for sport but for honor. Behind every synchronized turn and fierce mirada is a bond, unshakable and unbreakable. This is more than a performance. This is legacy on a horseback.
Escaramuza is the female counterpart of charreria. Do the same things as the charros do, but side saddle and obviously in their different attires. The Escaramuza is a team, a wholesome sport. 8 girls with 8 horses riding together and executing the routine in the most perfection manner as possible. If somebody's out of line, it throws everybody out of line. So everybody has to be in sync, focused, and ready to go. Let's just say if somebody's having a bad day and they just don't get to their practice to focus, it's gonna throw everything off. So it's a lot of mental stimulation. You have to have your emotions in check. When I started this, I knew it was gonna be hard, but it's physically, emotionally, mentally demanding. What cultural values or traditions are preserved through Escaramuza is the unity of family. If you don't have a family in the team, if you don't feel like family, it's not gonna work out, because me as captain, the girls know that if something happens, they can rely on me, inside and outside of the sport. Some of the girls on the team have known them for a few years. Some of them just joined the team this year, and every year we have new members joining. The Escaramuzas wear a few type of outfits. You have the Adelita dress, traje charro, and then you have el traje de China poblana. This is the Adelita dress. Everything has to be very traditional. As you can see, it's also very conservative. It covers your neck to down your ankles. Your crinolina has to be starched. My crinolina right now is of tulle because it's a little bit more flexible to travel with and the heat. But in an official competition, it'll have the starch. You know, we wear our bracelets to protect us when we ride. Our charm here, the camafeo, another protection charm. We have one on our sleeve. We have el rebozo, our scarf as well. Our moño on the back. And then our boots, the Adelita. Sombrero, you know, our sombrero are custom made. Our earrings have to be Adelita and they have to be smaller than a quarter.
The team started in 2022. Our team name is Quetzali and it means a feather. I think we have around 13, 14 girls. Alejandra decided to start her own team. She wanted to start competing more seriously. And so that's why we formed a team. I joined when I found out she was making a team for the same reason that when I was younger, I wasn't a team myself, but we only got to the level to compete in Chicago like just one time. And then my team, kind of everyone did their own thing. So once I went to Chicago, I fell in love with the sport and competing. I didn't want to do shows anymore, I wanted to compete. And so when Alejandra said her goal is to compete out of state and go to Mexico, I felt like it was time for me to come back in. I don't think I rode in a escaramuza for like 4 years.
Being part of this team, it means to me, well, I do it with my sister. I've always looked up to her, and I've looked up to like all the girls. I saw our captain since other teams and my sister, and basically we came to this team and we like created it to have just like a nice energy and just good vibes only, and just work together and reach our goals together as a team.
The way that we support each other on the team is we really encourage each other to grow, even as an individual. There's some girls that like to compete outside of the state, and we have girls that will fill in. As long as we know a certain day that they're gonna be gone, we really try to work with each other, and we never let each other's wings. We like to encourage each other to continue to grow as an individual and in the team. We're all very supportive of one another, and that helps create a very good bond within our team. I think the best way to describe the bond that we have with our team is family and almost like sisters. Again, we all encourage each other to be better. We always push each other to our limits and to be the best version of ourselves. Along with each other and all of us being like sisters, our family also supports us a lot. We always have like cookouts, and we hang out outside of practices, competitions. Like, we genuinely enjoy hanging out with each other outside of important events.
Our team prepares for our competition by having boot camps with our trainer. She comes for maybe 2-3 days, and we have back-to-back practices. They're really intense practices, but they are worth it. because instead of taking a month to work on this one thing, we get it done in 3 days.
Afternoon, like we get there early and then we start saddling up. We start doing warm-ups and then we do like half of the training with warm-ups and then we start doing like some rutina to like practice.
My first performance was actually in Redfield, if that's correct. I performed with my horse Lucas and it was quite a ride. I was quite nervous and it was my first time being in Albarda and I was really scared, but everybody kept pushing me on and it turned out great. I joined because I just wanted to try out some different sports and my mom told me how she found the Escaramuza page on Facebook and I was like, oh, that's really cool, and we just moved into my rancho in St. Charles and I was like, oh, let's just get a horse and just try it out, and I seem to kick it off.
It means representing your country and you just like get to explore more and you get the opportunity to go to nationals and meet more advanced teams.
Especially being captain, it is a lot of work. I had been on other teams before. I just never imagined it was going to be the way it was going to be. I've definitely grown a lot and learned a lot, and I've met a lot of people along the way.
My memorable moment was my first punteadero. It was in El Carretero, and it's memorable because my parents supported me a lot, and it was my first time doing it with my own horse that actually knows how to do punta, and I've never known how to do punta till last year, this year, and I've always wanted to try it, and then I finally got to try it, and then it was important moment for me and my family too. And so now we're trying to achieve it on my sister too, and so today was her first time too.
My family supports me by bringing the horse and helping me buy the dresses, albarda, everything I need. They bring me to practice and take me anywhere I would like to go.
Some challenges I faced were definitely a lack of knowledge when I first started, but the girls on the team were very graceful, they're very educational, kind of socially. I didn't have my own horse, so I currently lease Centenario from another teammate. Financially, I guess, because I don't have my own saddle. I recently bought botas. I don't own my own dresses either. So yeah, those are just some of the challenges that I have faced. So time management. So sometimes we just don't have a lot of time to practice for a competition. So we have to be very aware of how we're utilizing our time. So I feel like sometimes that is a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, so I am married. I actually got married right before I joined the team, and that was definitely an adjustment because there's a lot of commitments with my husband. There's also commitments with the team, and I currently go to school as well. So I guess a lot of it is self-care, just making sure I have time to make sure my mental health is kind of in order, so that way I can devote my time to the team, to school, to my marriage, and work. It's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of self-sacrifice. So something that's really kept me motivated is I know I have a lot left to learn and I'm capable. So I'm really motivated to learn more of the competition aspects because there's a lot that I still don't know. And so I'm just motivated to be full of that knowledge, I guess.
Now that, me and Alejandra are the oldest ones on the team, it's not oh, my dad has to help me. It's me, and I'm making my money, so I have to pay for these things. So it's a little bit more difficult, but I didn't want to feel like I was wasting my time.
My hopes for the future of the team is to go to Nacional and further or something bigger.
And as you know now, it's so hard to compete. We have the reglamento. Reglamento every year is updated. It's such a meticulous rule book that I don't think nobody really understands it. They began as queens first, as representing the charros, because a lot of here, a lot of our relatives are part of charreria, our dads, our brothers, our cousins, our grandparents. So they made a way to include the female, but the female was just a representative of looking nice, representing, and until much later it got to the point where we could compete. It goes back to our hometowns, and because a lot of our families have done this sport back in Mexico, and so this is a great way to remind them of back home, practicing the sport and keeping it alive, because it keeps you busy and it's a lot of work. So we practice once a week, twice a week. Plus, outside of that, we ride our horses, we work our horses. Some of the dads, the brothers, the cousins are in their own charro teams. So they're helping us, helping them, vice versa. My dad this year has his own charro team, so now when they practice here, I have to help him running everything. Go get this, go get that, because when my team practices, he's always there working and doing everything. So now it's my turn to help him.
I hope to pass on to the girls that you just need to be brave and just go chill with everything. And for like girls that are coming into the future, it may look difficult, but like as practice goes on and you just have to free ride it.
Do it. Just go for it. Zero doubts. Just head first, dive in.
I want the next generation to remember this generation, we worked really hard on setting charreria in Iowa. Iowa's really small and we're still trying to grow it, but that there's endless opportunities and sometimes you have to go outside of your state to reach those opportunities.
Escaramuza is fun.
Family,
Fierce.
Passion, family.
Fierceness. You have to be a fierce woman to do this sport.